What's up, guys? We got one here from Men Only, and we're diving into the chaos of modern dating, entitlement, social media oversharing, and why men are increasingly walking away from relationships. Let's get into it.
Dating pool for women my age is struggling for a minute now, and a recent revelation I had as to why is that women are just making more money than their male counterparts of this age. But I mean, something for me personally, as someone who is not conservative or Christian, would be if it's going to benefit me with taxes or finances in the future, and maybe we've been together for.
So it's the classic I make more money than my male peers revelation. I mean, ladies, it's not that men are intimidated by your success, it's that they know the scoreboard is rigged. Courts don't care who made the money, he's still losing half in a divorce. And studies show men prefer partners who support, not compete. Tax benefits is cute, but try prenup benefits instead.
I think rich men get away with cheating more than broke men do because rich men are paying for it. Rich men cheat differently than broke men. I'm not saying broke men can't afford to pay for it too, but most of the time they're just not. They would rather chase. They would rather hunt, slide in the DMs, send some messages, go to the bar, buy some cheap tequila shots to a few cheap girls. Rich men are at the bar, yes, but they're at a different bar. They're at the hotel bar. They're at the lounge. They're at the steakhouse bar. And they know there's women there looking for them, waiting for the opportunity to strike. And then they take them upstairs, and then they're in and out. No text, no call, no face, no case. In and out, easy to get away with that. The broke men are sending multiple texts, sliding in the DMs. They're getting caught that way. You get what I'm saying?
I was actually speaking from experience from both broke and rich men, but rich men cheat more than broke men. I mean, yeah, because they can't afford the no face, no case policy that she talks about. But let's be real, this isn't about money, it's about options. Broke men slide into DMs like it's a clearance sale, and rich men are selective hunters. And guess what? Women still chase both because hypergamy never sleeps. Now that I think about it, I hope I don't get dinged by the tube on that word. Anyways, next.
Okay, dating update. As you guys may know, my good friend is dating someone, and they introduced me to his friend. We really hit it off. We went on 2 very good dates, and I have not heard from him. I don't know, guys. It's disheartening, but whatever. It's been a week. The last text was like, oh, I had a fantastic time, blah, 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 from him. So I don't know. I feel like it's not a good sign, but trying not to be too pessimistic. I was excited about it. Whatever. But I did go on another date tonight, a first date, and this guy was so sweet. He was so cute. The whole time, I'm like kind of sick and it's raining out, and I was just like, I don't know if I even want to go, but I did I did want to go because I'd canceled on him before for being sick. So I was like, okay, we're gonna just go. We are polar opposites. He's very introverted, I'm very extroverted. So sometimes, and there's someone I dated earlier last year, I feel like I can be a little bit performative when I'm around someone like that. So the whole time I was like, oh my God, this guy is having a horrible time. And he was kind of like struggling to keep the conversation going. We both kind of like, it would kind of start and stop. It would get natural, and then it would, I don't know. And we hung out for like maybe 2.5 hours at this bar. And in my head, I'm like, I was so awkward. Oh my God, that's like, and the whole time I'm like sweating because I'm like kind of sick. I don't know. And in my head, I'm like, oh, this guy is so not into it. Like, so I was just like, fuck, like, sorry. Yeah, this guy's definitely not feeling it. We left the bar, we like are walking, and I'm like, okay, like I'm this way, he was the other way. And he looks at me and he's like, well, did you have a good time? I was like, yeah, I had a really good time. Did you have a good time? And he's like, yeah, I had a really good time. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I couldn't tell if you were having a good time. And I was like, I couldn't tell if you were having a good time. I was like, you're really hard to read. He's like, so are you. And we kind of like laughed about it. He's like, yeah, like I had a great time. When can I see you next? And I was like, oh, I'm leaving for Vegas for work next week. And yeah, he was basically, I was like, I leave on Tuesday. He's like, well, can I see you Monday, or is that too much? Like, is that, and I was like, no, you could see me Monday. So, I don't know. It was just like kind of an awkward ending, but it was really sweet. We are very much opposite personalities, but you know, it could work because the guy that my friend set me up with, we are like the same person. And I had that earlier last year that I dated someone that was very similar to me, and I feel like it can be really fun, but then a little explosive. So I don't know, like I'll definitely go on another date with this guy, but I was just like, what a roller coaster lately. Yeah, guys, I don't know. We have an L and a W here, so I think we're 1-1.
So your friend played matchmaker and you went on 2 dates before getting ghosted. That's kind of what I got out of this. And then you rebounded with Mr. Introverted Rainy Night. And here's the deal. He wasn't hard to read. He was politely enduring your performance. As for opposites attract, more like opposites crash and burn. Men don't care about your extroverted charm if it feels like an unpaid audition.
I was having a good day. I was having a good day until I got a text from my Hinge date saying he found my TikTok. And I don't know why I didn't think this was in the realm of possibilities, right? Because like that was a little bit naive on my end. However, what would be the odds that he would have had TikTok downloaded on his phone and kept it on his phone after the temporary ban? I mean, it's not in app stores anymore. And also apparently if you have your apps on automatic update, a lot of people lost access to TikTok because of that. So why did I think that this man wouldn't be able to access my TikTok? Because I didn't think he would have access to TikTok, but he does. He does. Apparently TikTok is still working for him. It's not working for me because now I can't post in peace. And listen, I get it. I get wanting to creep, but also like, I just, you know, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. At least until like the third date that you did. I don't want to know. And I should know better, right? Like I overshare on the internet. I share my dating life. I should know the cost of that, you know? The price I have to pay for posting my dating life online and the possibilities of what could happen because I do that. But I chose not to think about it and chose to be like, that doesn't happen. The only other time that has happened to me where a man knew about my TikTok was because I showed him my TikTok. I've not had a man like discover on his own and then tell me about it. I just like, I can't post in peace anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like I can't post in peace. So anyways, how's your day?
So let's get this straight. You're oversharing your dating life on TikTok and then act surprised when a guy finds it. That's like leaving your diary on the kitchen table and blaming the roommate for reading it. I mean, men value privacy. You're not a victim. You're a walking PSA for why men swipe left on oversharing.
Less attractive women always get married before attractive women. And they're wanted by men more than attractive women. And this is the reason why. Attractive women scare men. And a lot of men think because she's very attractive, so a lot of men are around her. So they do not even try. She's less approachable in their opinion. And a lot of men have a misconception that the less attractive she is, the better she is. And she will think that he's the catch.
So attractive women scare men. Okay. Not fear, it's risk assessment. High maintenance women often bring high drama. I mean, guys do the math. Is she worth the investment? Often the answer is no. Men aren't intimidated. They're just opting out of being a wallet with legs. That's not fear, that's intelligence.
Dating sites have killed dating, courtship, and marriage. They're great for finding a buddy. They have led women to believe that they are more desirable than they really are. Case in point, a man goes on a dating site and he might get 2 to 3 women interested in him in a week. A woman goes on and gets 100 men interested in her in less than 24 hours. What do you think this does to a woman's head? It makes her think she's more desirable than she really is. It's also a commentary on the weakness and the simp nature of men. What the woman doesn't realize is that that man just liked 100 other women. So what he's doing is he's spraying the target with buckshot. It's a numbers game. It's like throwing shit against the wall. If I swipe right on 100 women, maybe 1 or 2 might reply. But what she gets out of it is that affirmation. I'm attractive. Men want me. I'm desirable. What does he get? An empty wallet and the potential of sex. What does she get? Free dinners, vacations, gifts, events, and men tripping over themselves for her attention.
He's not wrong. 100% right. I mean, dating apps is the gift that keeps on ruining relationships. Women get flooded with validation while men compete in the Hunger Games style swipe-a-thon. And the result, inflated egos for her and an empty bank account for him. Courtship's dead, replaced by the Tinder circus. And don't blame men for disengaging. Blame the algorithms that prioritize dopamine over decency.
You guys, I cannot make this shit up. It is already over with the Hinge ban. It was 6 days. Okay, so I just want to preface by saying I think he's a very nice guy. Like I've said in all of my videos, none of my videos about him were rude or incriminating. Literally, I was like, oh my God, I'm finally gonna have a fucking Valentine after not having had one for 3 years. So on Wednesday, it gets brought up that his friend had mentioned to him, like, oh, that girl had made TikToks about going to the game. Keep in mind, I never said this man's name. I just said that he worked for a certain sports team. No description of who he was, but somehow, I guess, like, it got narrowed down that it was about said Hinge man. He doesn't have he has Instagram, I said, but he doesn't have TikTok, and he brought it up on Wednesday, and I told him, I was like, none of them were bad. I was like, I love making dating TikTok content in Chicago. That's kind of been like my shtick for a bit, okay? And he was like, no, like he was apologizing. He was like, no, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm sorry I brought it up. Like, because I was like, are you mad? And he was like, no, it's just like new for me, which understandably. So on Wednesday at our date, after he brought this up, I was like, okay, well, can I make a TikTok about this on Friday, since I was going to the game? Like the fact that I even asked, I'm like, Claire, you're so fucking stupid. And he was like, yeah, no, that's fine. Like he seemed totally fucking cool with it. So I posted my get ready video talking about the date on Wednesday, and I literally texted him during the game, and I was like, I posted a get ready with me about our date on Wednesday, and the people are loving it, but he didn't like acknowledge that I texted him that. So we're FaceTiming last night, and I don't even know how the conversation like turned. Oh, well, okay. So I told him last night, I was like, yeah, that video that I made has like 60,000 views right now. Like people are like excited. He was not excited. He was like, I just like prefer to live like a private life, as if I'm Alex fucking Earl putting you on display. But I get it. It's no skin off my back. It was a fun 6 days. It gave me hope for about 2 seconds. And again, nothing, like, no disrespect to him. Like, it was a little bit shocking. Because I was like, okay, so you like don't want to keep talking anymore. And he's like, no, like I just like prefer that part of my life to be private. And I'm like, that's fair. Honestly, it's fair. Anyway, boys, the DMs are open. I'm still looking for love in the villa. And if you guys are watching the game, go Chiefs, and happy fucking Sunday, hussies.
What's up with the Raptor clause? I mean, come on. So your 6-day Hinge flinch ended because the guy wanted privacy. How hard is it to understand that? And men don't want their lives broadcasted for clout. His boundaries weren't the problems, your oversharing was. And announcing your DMs is open is just that kind of self-awareness that ensures a lifetime of solo Valentine days. Well, guys, the modern dating scene is a circus. We say this before, we'll say it again. In this case, everyone's juggling grenades. Family laws, feminist movements, and corporate greed have turned relationships into legal liabilities. Men see the deck stacked against them, unfair courts, entitlement culture, and dating apps inflating egos. As always, men, focus on yourself, build wealth, hit the gym, and maybe grab that passport. As for women, you want respect, stop broadcasting your life for likes. The family unit isn't dead, it's on life support. You want change, push for fair courts, reject social media's toxic culture, and bring back mutual respect. Until then, men going their own way and traditional values remain the only sane options. Well, guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below on what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.